everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Josephine Koh and I'm a Bosendorfer concert pianist. In my series of YouTube videos, I shall be presenting various pieces for students at the diploma level. In my previous video, I've presented an introduction to Bach's Well Tempered Clavier. So if you have not seen that, go check it out. Today, I shall be presenting the first of Bach's Preludes and Fugues from the book 1 of the Well Tempered Clavier in C major. So this prelude consists predominantly of a broken chord figure, spread over a sustained bass note. This characteristically simple figure and motif is repeated twice in every bar until towards the closing bar. As the music unfolds, the harmonies and keys change, creating a myriad of colors. Thus expressed by this consistent reiteration of this figure. We would notice that the texture of the prelude is homogeneous, with no changes to the voicing or parts. The Baroque technique of forte-spino is clearly at work. Its form is evidently a type of extemporization, improvising on a chain of chords. Beyond being an introduction to the fugue, it serves as an introduction to the entire well-tempered clavier. Let us now take a closer look at the harmonies in all the 35 bars, which would lead possibly, of course, into an analysis exercise. So in performance, the understanding of Bach's chromatic harmonies and modulations would help us to express the prelude effectively. By using appropriate dynamic shadings, we would give the piece its rightful purpose and direction. Let us now look at the fugue. The fugue is written for 4 voices, and it presents polyphonic techniques that defy the simplicity of the preceding prelude. The subject first appears in the alto voice. And then it is joined in by the soprano at a fifth above as the real answer. So both parts move into the dominant key. And then we have the tenor voice that enters as also an answer in the dominant. And then the bass enters as the tonic. We would expect the exposition to end here. However, the soprano voice enters and shortly the tenor. And then the alto. And then the bass. So for the first half of the fugue, it ends in the relative minor of A minor. What has happened actually earlier is that we have overlapping of the entries of the subject, sometimes in the dominant, sometimes in the tonic. And this creates a stretto effect. Unlike other fugues, it does not develop like in the middle section of most fugues, but it does modulate into the relative minor key. In the second half of the fugue, the alto voice begins with the subject. Just two notes after, the tenor enters in the dominant, and then in the next bar, the bass enters with the subject in the dominant. What we have is three-part counterpoint that expands into four parts. Throughout the fugue, we hear the subject entering almost sporadically by different voices to create stretto effects. The piece eventually ends back up into the major key of C major. The chordale occurs at bar 24, and thanks to the dignified tonic pedal, the tenor announces the subject. So the final ascending scale then leads the fugue back into the tonic chord. If you like what I do for you today and enjoyed this lesson, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you again in the next lesson, which is the second Prelude and Fugue in C minor.